Hey guys, this is Nora, and I'm coming to you with a DIY. I'm a little bit out of breath, I'm sorry, because I was starting the project and I'm like, you know what, I'm not even recording this. I need to record this. So basically guys, I was browsing in my Facebook marketplace, and somebody posted these two end tables and a coffee table. They had started off with $50, and I thought for $50 it was a good deal. But the girl ended up going lower. She ended up dropping the price to $30. And even though it was about 40 minutes away from where I live, I took off this morning and I scored these for $30, guys. And so my plan for these is to sand them down. They are very, I wouldn't say damaged, but they do have a lot of like nicks and stuff on there. As you can see, I already started sanding this one down. I've never really done a project where I completely sand it down. I usually just paint over it. So this is going to be new for me, guys. I don't know how it's going to turn out. My husband's not here to help me, so I'm going to go ahead and do this myself. I'm very impatient, and I just want to get it done. But I'm super excited. They are so cute. So my plans are to paint the bottom white and distress them, and then to darken the top part to a dark stain. And I'm debating whether I should do gray, dark gray on the bottom and then dark stain. I saw that a piece at Hobby Lobby today that I really liked that was gray on the bottom, and it was actually black top, and it was distressed as well, and I thought it looked really nice. So I'm still debating on that, but I think for now I'm set on white with a dark stain on top, Jacko bean that I have here in my house. So I do have white paint, so I don't have to buy white paint, so maybe I will go with white paint only for that reason, so that way this will be only a $30 DIY. And I am super excited. So I was on my way over there, and the girl who was selling them to me said, you know, somebody wants them and I'm taking the first come first serve. And when she said that, I got so nervous, and I was still maybe 20 minutes away, but thankfully I got there on time and I got these for only $30. Husband's skill sander, I don't know if it's a specific one, but pressure control, it's working really good. I used a very I don't know how to call it, very, like, you know, they have different sanding levels, I guess, but I got one that has more grit to it, so that way I can get a better job. So hopefully this will work. I'm going to use this for the edges. Look at this. I think this works for the edges. I never used this before, to be honest. I asked my husband, where do you have it? And he told me where to get it. So hopefully I don't mess up. So far, this is how much I have sanded off. It looks like most of it has come off. So I think I'm doing good. I think. So this is the dark maple color that it had before. So as you can see, so I'm going to do a few more minutes, and then hopefully that will be enough. And then I'm going to focus on the edges because I haven't even done the edges yet. So now I went ahead and sanded down these other two end tables, and I'm not sure how much I have to sand. There's a little attachment here that does edges, but I don't even know how to put it on. So I'm gonna have to wait for my husband for that, unless I figure it out. And this is the coffee table. As you can see, it still has a lot of few pieces of stain, but I don't know if that's good enough or if I'm supposed to do something else. I've been going over and over it, and that's basically the best that I can probably do with the sander. I don't know if I'm supposed to use any chemical, but I think that's good for now. Even if it's not completely perfect, it's going to be a dark stain, so I'm thinking it's probably going to cover up nicely. But it is very smooth. If I touch it, it's really smooth. So I know that even though it looks like some of the little lines on there are actually very smooth. So I think I'm doing good so far. We'll see, guys. So I'm starting to kind of like this natural wood color. I don't know. It's not like perfect, but maybe that what gives it the character that I'm liking. And of course I might have to go tomorrow. I'm not too sure, because I mean it's still very banged up, and so it's gonna look very rustic if I do leave it like this. And I like rustic, but maybe not too rustic. I don't know. I'm debating. We'll see. I'm thinking I might just have to stain it, because it's still very spotty and I don't like that. It would have been just like, you know how this right here has a good area, it doesn't have many spots, but because of these spots, if they don't come off, then I'm just probably going to stain it. I'm going to go over it with a finer sandpaper, and maybe that will help. Okay guys, I don't know if you can hear me, but I've been using a mask because I know that it's been releasing a lot of sawdust, and so I want to make sure that I'm able to breathe later on correctly. So, hey guys, so this is really going to be my trial and error table, because I figure if it doesn't come out right, I at least have one end table and one coffee table. But my hope is that they all come out right. So what I'm going to do, I saw this online, is, let me zoom in to my wonderful stains here. I'm using Mini Wax Wood Finish in Jacko Bean and Classic Gray. And so what I saw was somebody alternating stains, like they'll do like a strip of Jacko Bean and then a strip of Classic Gray, and then they do like a whitewash on top. And I remember just thinking that it looked really nice, it looked really weathered, and I'm gonna try to attempt to do this. But like again, if it doesn't come out right, then I'll just stick to Jacko Bean on the rest. And I figure that if I mess up, well, this will be my tester. I don't know about this. After I wiped it down, it didn't really pick up the gray that well. And actually, some of the Jacko Bean did not come out really good as well. I'm not sure if I need to sand it some more. So I'm getting a little bit worried about this, but I'm going to go ahead and try to just stain it with Jacko Bean and see if that works. So I went ahead and tainted all of it, or stained all of it. And now I'm going to wait a few minutes and see if it soaks in the stain, because when I did wipe off right away, it kind of just left little patches in it, and I'm afraid that I might have not sanded enough. And so we'll see if I have to resand it. Well, I guess that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, which I'm not in a hurry. As you all know, I still have not officially moved into my new living room, and these are going to go there. So I'm not in a hurry, so I do want to make sure that these come out looking good. And so if I have to keep resanding them, that's all right with me. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and wipe it down in a few minutes and see what remains. And then tomorrow, If I have to resand, then I'll go ahead and start resanding. So this is what I have here, and I don't know what I feel about this. So obviously it picked up a lot of stain in some areas, and then in some it just darkened it up. Because remember, it was this light, and now you can see that it did pick up stain. But I think it went back to its original stain color, the right over here, or maybe a little bit darker. I mean, I would have loved it would have come out like this, but for some reason it picked up the stain really dark in some areas, and I'm not sure if I was to sand it, how it would look. So now I'm kind of stuck as to see what I'm doing wrong. I'm sure it's, I don't know, unless this is what it's supposed to look like. I don't know. What do you all, well, by the time you see this, I probably would have finished this, but wish me luck. Okay guys, I really am actually starting to really like the way this looks. At first I wasn't so fond of it, but I did on the second one. I realized, you know, that's just the way it's gonna come out. I am gonna do a second coat though, but overall I am really liking this. What do you all think? Is it too rusticy looking? I don't know, I do like it. What do y'all think? Hello everyone, today is the next day. And you know what? I convinced myself, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on there. My husband likes it. I asked a few people, my sisters, they like it. And so I knew I liked it, but I wasn't convinced completely, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick with it. I think that adds to the character of it, and then once painted white, I think it's really just gonna pop out. And if I don't like it, then I can go ahead and you know, paint it black later on, or a different color. But for now, the stain is staying. It's already been dried up. I did sand them down a bit to bring out more of the natural wood color at the end, especially on this one. This one took more of the dark stain, so I wanted to bring out more of that natural wood color to give it more of a contrast, kind of like these over here. And so I'm going to go ahead and start painting them white. I have my paintbrush here and my paint over there. I'm not going to use chalk paint because I already do have white paint here, so I don't want to spend money if I don't need to spend it. And I've used that paint before, and it looks good, so I'm just going to stick to that. Okay guys, this is the first coat of white paint, and I think that just totally makes a difference now. Now that I painted it white, now I see like that I really do love it now. Together it just contrasts so nicely, and I really do love it now. And I think it's gonna look great. This is just a first coat, so I still need a second coat and maybe a third coat. Okay guys, I'm a little bit out of breath, but I just finished the third coat on these tables, and they look really good. 3 coats is good. I think I might have to go and retouch some areas, but just that shouldn't take that much time. And then once they dry and I retouch, I can bring them in. And again, these are going to be for my new living room area that I have, that we are currently not using yet. But overall, I am really happy with the outcome. I know that the tops of the tables were not exactly what I had in mind, but I think they came out just exactly how they're supposed to come out. That makes sense. But let me give a close in. I'm not too sure if I want to give them a little bit more of, sand them down a little bit and give them that rustic look on the underneath. I might do that. We'll see. But for now, this is good. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it dry, and then see if there's any areas that need retouching. Bella.